These days, a buzzword now that everybody is using is castor oil packs. I know that they are, I don't know, I think they are used. I have used it once in one of my Ayurvedic treatments. What role do they play? Would you recommend them? Is there specific illnesses that you would use them for? Do you not use them anymore? Is there a particular quality of castor oil that you would look out for that people should ask about? Because now they are all over the internet and everybody is using castor oil packs. So I wanted to know the Ayurvedic view. Yeah.
No, if you don't mind, can you repeat the question? I didn't hear properly. There was a
no. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I didn't hear properly.
Okay. No, I was saying that people are now, what's in fashion is castor oil packs. And everybody on the internet is talking about them. And I've actually seen people say, oh, why all of a sudden castor oil packs? Why haven't we known about this before? But I think that it's a big part of Ayurvedic medicine from like 5,000 years. And I think people are now just coming to realize the benefits of that. So I wanted to know your view on it. Is there specific conditions that castor oil packs should be used for? And more specifically, is there a specific quality of castor oil that we should be looking out for that will make a difference in the treatment?
See, the answer, straight away to answer your question, the castor oil pack not meant for in every condition. So first of all, castor oil is not meant for, it cannot be used as a generalized packs for in every condition and in everybody. First thing. Then the quality of castor oil makes big difference. Then also how whether that oil is being properly, just the castor oil, you bring it from the shop and you cannot use it for a treatment. It has to undergo certain procedure, because in our books we clearly it has been indicated, even when we prepare oil, there are certain sedimentary parts are there which may not be in a position to absorb in the system. So we need to make that particular oil into a medicated oil. So what we are using, whether sesame oil, castor oil, or ghee, or any other varieties of oil or fatty substance, what we are using, which is not directly we take it and we use it, it undergoes certain procedures for a certain number of days, and then it converted into a medicine. Those kind of oils, we would use it, what we call it as a medicated oil. So even as simple as castor oil also, there is an indication and contraindication which has been explained very well. So using castor oil, I'm not against it, but there should be a methodology to use it. One thing. Second thing, for example, if the joint is swollen, if the person is suffering from
they're using that a lot for swollen joints. Yes.
So the person is suffering from the inflammatory arthritis, without the appropriate preparation, using castor oil can be counterproductive. Then, you will be used Ayurveda oil, then my pain got increased. That's what we hear. So there is a appropriate education is needed, and there is an indication, contraindication, anything and everything has to be studied. Then only it needs to be used.
So is all castor oil in Ayurvedic medicine, is it all herbalized? Is it all with herbs, or do you ever use the oil on its own, even if it's treated?
Single plain castor oil also we use it in a treatment, but it undergo a particular procedure. Then only we use it, because
like a refining process, you mean? Like the refining of the oil?
Yeah, the refining in the sense, not the nowadays what they refine the oil. We have different techniques and methodology to purify the oils as well. Because we need to remove the what in Ayurveda say amatva, means undigestible particle which stays in the fatty substances, that we need to remove it. Then only we will use it. And also there is many times there will be a moisture content in the oil, many times.
So a moisture in the oil, you mean like a water in the oil?
Yeah, watery Yeah, yes. Many times it may stay back, so that we need to remove it before using it.
Okay, okay. And what side effects, let's say somebody just took a random castor oil and put it on their swollen joints as a pack, as a heated oil, castor oil pack. What would be the contraindications of that? Like the particles that are harmful would be absorbed?
Really, excuse me.
Sorry, say that again because you cut off.
I think there is some net issue. I'm not able to hear you fully.
Now can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you now.
Okay, I'll repeat it. I was saying that what is the side effect of using a off-the-shelf castor oil for a swollen joint? Like what would the body absorb that would be more harmful than good? I think Dr. Satish has frozen. Dr. Manjula, you want to pick up on that? You're muted. You're still muted.
So,
yeah. Okay.
yeah. So as Dr. Satish was mentioning, we have to see, for some cases, it may be okay to apply the hot castor oil. But sometimes if in the joint inflammation also, there will be different kinds of joint inflammation. If it is an arthritic joint, it may be of different kinds, like gout can cause joint inflammation. A degenerative osteoarthritis can cause joint inflammation. So we have to see what is the cause for it.
Yeah.
Then only we can choose whether the castor oil, which is straight from the shelf, which is made warm, or we have to restrict the oil. Sometimes what we have to do, we have to restrict the oil usage by itself for certain inflammation. We cannot apply oil at all. We have to go for the dry therapies. If the inflammation is because of the causative factor requires the dry variety of therapies, then oil application may not be indicated. If the inflammation is little bit older and more of degenerative, then oil application like hot oil pack will be helpful.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So in the cases or in the situation where you have to go for dry therapies, if you go for hot oil application, your pain may increase, your inflammation become worse, your stiffness will be more. So these are some of the side effects you will see if it is not properly diagnosed, what kind of inflammation it is. Yeah. How acute or how chronic the inflammation is.
Can you give me, just as a last answer, some examples of dry therapies? Because I always associate Ayurveda with like oils and wet. Yeah.
So dry therapies, for example, there are different combination of herbal powders. Which contains like 1 or 2 ingredients I can tell you, which is more known to everyone. The combination will contain the ginger.
To take internally, you mean the powder?
No, to apply. So it is
apply
made
it
into a pouch.
The pouch.
You can apply it,
yes.
Or you can mix with certain liquids, sour liquids. You can apply as a paste, pack over your joints. So these are the dry therapies. There is a sour liquid which we call as dhanya amla, which is prepared in a particular way, which again comes as a dry therapy. They don't contain any oil, this thing in them.
Yes.
The powders are made into pouch.
Yeah.
They are warmed and they are applied over the body, or they are mixed with some of the liquids and they are applied over the body part which is in trouble, or there are certain sour liquids, they are poured over your body. So these are the dry therapies, to name few.
Yes, yes, yes.
Once it reaches certain level, then we go for oil therapies as a next step. By that time, we call AMA. We call, there is a word called as AMA. When that stage is crossed with the dry therapies, then we shift to oil therapies. Then comes the oil massages, the oil pouches, say the packs, oil packs, all those things.
Yeah. I think there's so much that we don't understand yet about the human body. And I think the internet, although it's getting a lot of information out faster, I think there's a lot of things that are misunderstood and they're seen as magic remedies that might not always work. Dr. Manjula, Dr. Satish, thank you so much